I mean, there are two ways to describe quarantine, man. You can either consider quarantine as a coin and the good and bad are two sides of it, or you can consider the quarantine as a glass with water up to its halfway mark. Okay, let's take, if I were to describe it, I would say I would take the glass situation. Sometimes I feel the glass is half full, sometimes I feel the glass is half empty. But then you have to consider the glass still has water in it. The point is that, regardless of the situation, it's quarantine. You can't change it now. You just have to wait it out. And it's up to you to look at the way it is. I mean, to change your perspective depending on how you want to be. Like, for example, my first few months of quarantine, I was really negative about it. I was like, actually, no, I was actually positive about it because I was stuck in my room. It wasn't a change of environment for me. But now, as time goes by, it is actually negative for me because I feel so frustrated sitting in one place. Because when I was stuck in my room, I still had the option of going out, and I did. I used to go out for dinner, I used to go out for lunch. I still went outside to college and interact with my classmates, but I can't do that now. I can't even come and meet you guys, which is very rare. And I get to meet you guys like what, once a week, twice a week,
Pretty much.
which is mad because we used to live together every single day of college, man. We used to like see each other every day, and now I legit miss you guys on a day-to-day basis.
Dude. Exactly. How come Chela being open with his emotions?
So yeah, as I was saying, at this point, it's up to each individual's perspective, and it's in their control of how you see the situation. The situation is what it is. It is what it is. But then it is up to us to take charge of the situation and do what we want to at this point with what we have.
Yeah, there's actually a pretty interesting thing that you brought up. Okay, it's safe to say that you were primarily an introvert in college, right? But I wasn't that, and for good reason, because I cannot be alone with my thoughts. I cannot. And I find comfort in meeting new people, in seeing people and interacting with people, and creating an environment for myself where I do not have to be alone with my thoughts, right? And since you brought this point, I'm telling you, you loved the beginning of quarantine, right? Because it was just an extension of what you were doing, essentially what you were doing in Bangalore. I hated the beginning of quarantine because it was a total change and I didn't know what to do. I was doing everything that I wasn't supposed to, not like, not bad stuff. But remember we discussed how we were going to, keep ourselves fit and all that when we got back to Coimbatore? I tried doing that, but I went to another extent where I wasn't eating properly. I was working out in all the wrong ways, like in ways which I wasn't supposed to. Everything went haphazard. My sleep schedule was gone. I was sleeping at like 5 a.m. in the morning. Not because I wanted to sleep late, just because I couldn't. It was super crazy. Everything went out of sync for me. Everything went out of tune for me. And it's very interesting that you say you found comfort in the beginning of quarantine because how you take quarantine depends upon how you were before it, right? And how you go out of quarantine depends upon how you developed yourself during quarantine.